Hello, folks. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about unhealthy food and my Niblings, right? My nephew and niece. The thing is, these days in this era, a lot of kids love unhealthy food. There are a lot of popular unhealthy food items that kids love these days. For example, popular ones are like fried items, like say chips, potato chips and whatnot, fried French fries, and many other fried items, fritters and whatnot. They love sugary items, for example, chocolates, pastries, cakes, and whatnot. Um, so, yeah, I mean, it's hard. I'm an uncle, so usually they ask me, hey, buy me this, buy me that, and whatnot. Uh, Usually they ask for Indian snack items and whatnot, and I'm like, or sweet, and I'm like, okay, no chocolates, no all this junk food. I can buy you something else. And what happens next is interesting stuff. For example, they say they want some stationery items. This is true for my nephew and niece. So I give them stationery items. What is the advantage or pro in this? I mean, of course, I'm going to spend money, but in this case, let's just say I don't mind spending money. So I can spend how much money I want and buy them stationery items. The only problem can be money can get wasted, and my nibblings might end up using up too much money just like that, throwing money at stationery items just because I'm okay to spend money. They might become complacent to actually or they might become used to the habit of spending money and not saving money. But other than that, they don't eat junk food in this case. In the other case, what will happen is, and they'll in stationary items, they'll actually start using the stationary items to do something, do art or whatever, right? If I get them junk food, they'll get more and more addicted to it. More and more they eat, they'll get more and more addicted to it. So, and they'll want it more and more. And given they are kids, they won't even know the frequency at which they are consuming these junk food items. I mean, my nephew is at least growing older, so he's like, I'm only eating these at times only. My niece is 4 years old. My nephew is like 9 years old. At 4 years, you can't really explain to her to not eat sugar much and whatnot. I can just tell her, hey, it's not good for your health. Ask me something else. That's all I tell her. She negotiates and she's like, okay, I want this. And then sometimes even fruit juices, I wonder if I should get them because I don't even want to give them natural sugar. And then, but sometimes I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get you this, right? Or Indian chat items like say bhel puri and stuff like that. But that also I don't generally get them. So slowly they're just getting used to buying stationery items. The good thing is stationery items won't affect their health exactly. It will only make it better, as in they'll be doing craft and stuff and whatnot. It'll use up more money or probably too much more money, but that's fine. The other side, if I get them unhealthy food, they'll get addicted. They'll get more and more unhealthy food. It's bad for their health, and it'll lead to health problems. They'll go to the hospital. They'll go to the doctor a lot. They'll suffer a lot in pain or in general, and of course a lot of hospital bills, doctor bills. But let's say again, I'm fine with paying bills, money, and their parents are also fine with all that. But then, who wants all that suffering, all that, right? Why do you want health problems? And the other thing being, given they're addicted, they'll just eat more and more of it. So it's just never-ending cycle. So yeah, I mean, one side it's stationary items and money. The other side it's stationary items, money, and probably addiction to buying stationary items. The other side it is money for the food, unhealthy food, and for doctor bills and whatnot. And then unhealthy food, unhealthy habits, basically eating unhealthy food, and then becoming unhealthy and ill and sick, and then suffering unnecessary. So I think it's way better to just try to avoid. Keep telling them no, no, no. At some point they'll understand. Because every time I say yes to them to say eating junk food, they'll be like, okay, so this time I get junk food. Next time again they'll ask just to see when I cave in and when I say yes to actually buying junk food. So these days I'm always saying no. The more and more I say no, the more and more it is like like not justified. Like how do I say it's the more and more clear it is that it makes it clear that I'm going to say no. It makes it more stronger. Every time I say no, it makes it more stronger. It makes the no stronger, and it makes the idea that uncle will not buy you know junk food or sweet items and all that. It it just makes it a concrete idea. As days pass, as the number of no's increase to saying no to unhealthy food, it becomes more and more obvious that okay, you cannot ask or you cannot eat unhealthy food or you cannot ask unhealthy food from your uncle. So as my niece and nephew grow older, I think I'll ensure this. And the other thing that I do is I get them say healthy stuff like fruits. Some of the fruits my nephew niece eat, some of them they don't. That's fine. And I always show them that I am interested in eating fruits. I am interested in drinking a lot of water. My nephew makes fun of me. My niece still hasn't made much, put much thought into it, but she just knows that uncle eats fruits. And sometimes she eats fruits with me, sometimes she's like, I don't like this fruit. She eats it and then she's like, I don't like it, so I just leave it off. So yeah, I mean, that's that. So I just wanted to talk about the whole my nephew niece, my Niblings, and what do you say, the whole set of unhealthy foods and stuff, and what I think about it. So that's all I had for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.